Thank you, Speaker Pro Tem. So there's all the stuff that everybody said. I don't see a need to come up and repeat everybody. We know that it's not constitutional, can't afford it, we're going to lose federal funding, it's dangerous to people, all those things. It's a bad bill to tax people, and it's going to make them unsafe. That's the reality of the bill. But let me tell you a story, because what I've found is used to be nobody outside this room knew most of what went on inside this room. And that's been that way for a long, long time. But that's been changing the last few years. People are starting to pay attention to what's going on inside this room, and it specifically has changed greatly since January 20, the golden age of our politics. And so what's been happening is people are now knowing what's going on. In all of your districts, they know way more what's going on than they used to. So let me tell you a story. I had a young lady, about mid-20s, come up to me, and it kind of took me off guard. I haven't been asked this question exactly like this before, but she came up to me and said, and this was in my pastor role, and she said, I need a gun. And I wept for a while. I congratulated her. I was deeply moved by her sense of responsibility. And then I asked her, why do you need a gun? She said, I live in a ground floor apartment, and there was a guy messing with my window trying to get in the other day. And I said, let's go get you a gun. So Saturday, we went to a couple gun shops, because why go to one, right? Am I right? Okay, so went to a couple of gun shops, and I'm pretty well known at these gun shops. And so they turned into town halls. And then she was talking with the person looking at different guns. There was somebody else with her helping her do that. And I honestly abandoned her once we got in the gun store. But they're talking with her and didn't buy one at the first place. And the guy came up to her and said, do you have, this the guy was trying to sell the gun to her, do you have any other kind of protection? Like bear spray, pepper spray, something like that. And in her apartment recently, in her complex, a girl was raped while spraying him with bear spray. And I said, we need to get you a gun. It doesn't matter what the people say, and it doesn't matter what anybody in this room says. I care about that girl's safety. I truly do care about her safety. And I said, the only way you're going to stop that dude that's coming through that window is with a gun. No other way. You can put up a gun-free zone sign. You can have all the sprays. You can do whatever you want. But when he's coming through your window, the only thing that is going to protect you is a gun. And nobody in this room can actually honestly argue against that. This bill is going to keep guns out of people's hands like her. It's going to. And then I explained to her, you're going to have to wait 3 days after you purchase the gun. And so I thought I made that very clear. We went to the next gun shop, spent a lot of time there, because I was well known there too, and explained how this is the worst gun grab in American history. And I pointed to the rows and rows of guns on the walls, and I said, all those are illegal. Your business is going to be shut down, and I can give you a list of names. We can get them printed out right here of how the vote goes, of who shut your place down. And then she was looking at a gun and found one that she liked, purchased it, did all the stuff, and then she comes back to me, and she's upset at me. And she said, I have to wait 3 days for this. How am I going to stop that guy coming in my window? And I said, I've debated that the last 2 years in a row. The left does not care. Does not care that it's going to take you 3 days, but the dude's standing outside your window tonight. Doesn't matter. Same old speech in this place. We don't actually care about people. We don't actually care about lives. We will put lives in danger for our ideology, and that's what this gun bill is doing. I had already told her in the first gun shop, but apparently didn't register. You're going to have to wait 3 days. I hope you're going to be okay those 3 days, because nobody's going to stand in this place and weep over you. Nobody. I hope you're okay during those 3 days, because they don't care. They've never cared. This is about gun grabbing. This is about attacking the rights of the citizens. This is about tearing down people's lives. And it doesn't matter if their life is at risk. And I just had that conversation Saturday with a girl that is now have to be in her apartment for 3 days, and she can't actually pick the gun up till Wednesday. Yeah, that's on our hands. That's on our hands. All the weepy stories, all the stuff, that's on our hands. She's going to have to wait and hope she doesn't have the dude come through her window in the next 2 days. And nobody's going to stand for her.